Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today, as always, I have a general reading for you, and as always with any general reading, not everything is going to resonate for you, and that is okay. Just take the bits that resonate and leave the rest. It is a timeless message and can represent past, present or future depending on where you're at on your healing journey. For the ease of channeling, I'm going to use the pronouns he, she, but by all means swap them out to ones that fit for you if they don't. Okay, so let's take a look and see what messages Spirit has for us today. So, I don't know if it's the video is picking up, but there's a bit of noise going on outside my window. But I'm feeling a sense of peace within, okay? So it may be that there are things around you that are trying to distract you and throw you off. People, places, situations, okay? But you're just remaining calm within. You're maintaining that peace, that tranquility. You're staying grounded. You're staying in alignment. There's things being sent to distract you, and it's not working. Okay, so let's take a look into that energy and see what is going on. Who, what, and why is trying to distract you or get your attention? Maybe someone's trying to get your attention. Divine Matrix. Okay. Tender Embrace. Elephants can represent family, but it's also with regards to elephants never forget, okay? Wish upon a star. Something that you wished for some time ago. 4-4 could be relevant for you, and 22, okay? On the bottom of the deck, let it go. Okay. I feel like there was, with this child, as a child, and this could be literally right back to when you were a child, okay? That you saw family a particular way, or you wanted, maybe you didn't come from a family where you felt truly loved and cared for, okay? And you may have seen others being treated differently, seen them being treated in a more loving way than you were, and you may have wished for this for yourself, okay? And as you've got older, I feel like you've held on to that family because there's this sense of, because it's family, people will say, oh, you can't, but they're family. So you've kind of let people treat you or mistreat you because they're family, because there's this unwritten law that when it comes to family that we have some sort of obligation to them. That's not the case, okay? That's no, it doesn't matter who this person or this group of people are. If someone's mistreating you, you do not owe them anything, okay? And I finally feel like you're letting go of that. You're letting go of your idea of what family should look like and how family should be, or letting go of how you feel it should have been for you, and instead of holding on to those wishes and the way the dream that you had when it came to family when you were younger and how you wished it was, you're letting that go, and instead you're kind of creating that family for yourself. Does that make sense? So you're making sure that because you basically you're not following in, let's say this is you with regards to your parents. Maybe you didn't feel truly loved by your parents, and as a result of that, there's two ways this could have gone. You could have gone out and you could have gone, I'm not having children, I'm not doing that to my children. Or you could have had children and then carried on that cycle of not showing love, and it in not just in the physical but in an emotional supportive way of being there for your children emotionally. But instead, I feel like you have gone on to, and you may not have children, and that's okay. These may be your fur babies. This may just be you and a partner. This may just be yourself, okay? Instead of looking for others outside of you to give you those things, you're giving them to yourself. But if you do have children, because for some of you, I feel like you do, and what you've done is you're breaking this cycle for your children. You didn't feel loved by a specific family member, and instead of allowing your children to go through that, you're basically saying to them, no, you don't want them to experience what you experienced. And if that means that they have to cut this person off to find their peace, you're allowing that. You're breaking the cycle. You're showing your children the love and respect that you didn't have growing up. You're showing your fur babies the love and respect. You know, your friends, your family. You didn't, the point is that you did not let it change you. You did not let it close you down. You continue to be loving and generous and give the love that you were hoping to receive to others. So what I'm saying is you stopped focusing on those outside of you that weren't reciprocating, and you're giving it to those that are. Okay? And you're breaking cycles by doing this. And I feel like you need to be, I feel like you are starting to be more gentle with yourself, that you are starting to love and respect yourself more. And that's why you're letting go this inner child, this wish fulfillment of how you wish a person would be with you. You're letting it go because you're finally realizing it doesn't matter what you do. You've done everything you can do. There is no changing how this person is. So the only thing you can change is the way you are reacting and responding. And you're standing up and you're saying, no, I'm not going to be disrespected anymore. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to allow my children to be disrespected. And you're backing your children as well. And I'm using that as symbolic. It doesn't have to be children, but I'm feeling very strongly that this is a situation where there is a parent where you didn't feel loved by a specific parent, and you've poured and poured into this person because, oh, this is your mum, this is your dad, this is your brother, this is your sister, this is your aunt, your uncle. You get the drift. And now you're going, no. It gets to a point where you go, how much more am I going to allow? This person, I've done everything I can do. It doesn't matter what I do. It's not bringing me peace. Therefore, I need to disconnect. And that doesn't mean you're cutting them off completely, but it may be that you're limiting that contact with them. And in doing that, you're really realizing how much more peaceful your life is. And actually, you're showing yourself more respect. Okay, you're being kinder to yourself. You're starting to let go. But I also feel like, because there's something to do with children here, and again, this could just be representative of your own inner child, but your inner child is letting go of how they think and feel around the belief system of how you should be and respond to this person or this group of people. For some of you, because elephants do tend to travel in herds. And instead of, you're not saying, okay, that's a fairy tale, that could never happen. You're kind of flipping it, and you're going, well, it can happen because I'm going to make it happen. But instead of making it happen with this person and this group of people, That's not changing. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to change that, and by making my family, the people that I'm around, I'm going to make sure that the people that I love people, and I show them, and I'm generous with those people. And if it's not reciprocated, then I know who I need to walk away from. I'm focusing on the people that love me, that care about me, and I'm letting the past go. Okay? That's what I'm picking up for you today. Let's get some clarification. This is kind of like, there's such a sadness around this. But there's also a sense of it's necessary. And I've just heard you, like, you're not getting pulled into people's drama, okay? There's someone around you, a person or a group of people around you that have been trying to pull you into some sort of drama, and you're just not responding. You're not getting involved, okay? You're focusing on your little family, whatever that means to you, okay? And even just yourself, I just feel like this energy is being given back to you. You're taking back the energy that you've given to others, and you're putting it on yourself, and you're focusing on where it's bringing you peace, okay? Can you see how she's clutching onto this star? Originally, the star was you wishing and hoping that somebody was going to change the way they were with you. And now you're kind of letting that outcome go. You're letting them go. You're letting that vision go. And instead you're realising, actually, do you know what? I'm just going to give that energy to myself. If they don't want it, then I'll take it. And you're being kinder towards yourself. And I feel like this is bringing you more peace and happiness. We have the King of Swords. Something's turning around for you. You've got some sort of like new knowledge and wisdom with regards to something. But you're not doing this. You're not creating chaos. I feel like you're quite, I wouldn't say like you're completely silent. Like, I just feel like you're just being, I feel like you're being very careful with your words. You're being gentle. It just feels very gentle. But I feel this sense of detachment. So it's almost like I'm hearing pacify. So it's like you're trying to pacify. You've been, maybe in the past, you've been gentle with your words to pacify a person or a situation because you don't want to face conflict. You don't want things to blow up. And now you're just, but what you've done is then kind of been harsh on when you have. So, okay. Someone has pushed you to the point where you've been soft and gentle with them, and then they haven't been getting the message. So you've had to be more firm, and then they've guilted you and shamed you for, in their eyes, lashing out for no reason. So then you've guilt and shamed yourself for having your feelings. This is victim blaming. Someone has been victim blaming and victim shaming. Like, when you try to explain to someone how they're making you feel, how their actions are making you feel, and then they turn it on you, and invalidate how you're feeling. So then it plants those seeds of doubt in your head that you've maybe overreacted. That's what I'm seeing here. But now I'm seeing you realizing that actually speaking up at the moment is not going to get you anywhere. So that you're just quietly detaching. It's like you're quietly just, you're picking your battles, is what I'm feeling. Let's get some more clarification. Like, I feel like whoever this person is that you're quietly detaching from, or have detached, doesn't actually realise that you've walked away from them, that you've detached from them. they don't realise, because they're so self-involved, they're not self-aware enough to realise that actually or maybe they just think that you're going to come back, that you'll just be there. Maybe you're someone who's always been there for someone else. Like, this energy feels really sad, because it's kind of like, I didn't want it to go this way. I don't want to have to do this. But I feel like I've been left with no choice. I just don't know what else to do. So you're focusing on, like, filling your own cups, but this could be with regards to your relationship as well. Maybe this person or this group of people have been causing conflict in your relationship, and since disconnecting, you're realising actually there's a lot more peace. But I also feel like you're with someone who's seen what this has been doing to you, and they're like, I'm with you, I've got your back. This could be spirit, okay? If you're not in a relationship, but if you are in a relationship, whoever you're with has got your back. Somebody, I feel like you've had to, I feel like this has been kind of like a long time coming, and somebody has watched and has seen you going through a fair bit where this person is concerned, and they've seen you continue to pour into this person and then be left with nothing but tears and heartbreak. And then they've been there, they've been your shoulder to cry on through the good, the bad, through everything. This person has been there. This person doesn't like to see you upset. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like how this other person is making you feel. And they may have spoken up and said to you, like, you need to pull away, because maybe it's affected your mental health. But or maybe they've wanted to tell you that you need to just completely cut this person off, but they didn't feel like they could say that to you because of who this person is to you. But there's some sort of sense of relief within this person who's been aware that this other person has been causing issues within your family, within your relationships. And there's some sort of a sense of relief because you're finally disconnecting from them. You're finally letting them go. And there's a sense of relief within them. And I feel like they feel a little bit guilty for this, because maybe they've been painted as the villain. But this was not like another guilt trip, another manipulation tactic to stop you from walking away. But I'm feeling this weight being lifted. So I don't feel like you've completely disconnected. For some of you, I think you have. But for others of you, there is still some form of connection. But there's a sense of, it's almost being feel like that somebody's made you feel like you're suffocating, like you can't breathe, and that you've been stuck. And whoever this has been, who's been there for you, has seen this, and it's been, they may have said something, they may have not, okay? But it's almost like it's been tearing them up on the inside, watching you go through this, watching the way you've been treated and not feeling that they can say what they want to say. But there's a sense of relief and a sense of, you may, I'm starting to get really emotional, and my heart, my chest is kind of fluttery. As you detach, okay, as you disconnect from whoever this distorted energy is, this toxic person in your life, as you detach, and you start to feel that sense of relief, you could find that you get really emotional, okay, and that you could be crying a lot, okay? This is good. This is all the pent up emotions that you've been feeling being released, okay? Have a really good cry. And I'm not going to tell you what to do because that's your free will, but I do feel like you've done the right thing. And if you feel that you're at peace, and that's why I'm saying I feel like you've done the right thing, because the energy just feels lifted, it feels more peaceful, okay? And that, for me, is a sign that somebody's making the right decision, okay? If you haven't left this person or stepped away from this person and you're thinking about doing that, then this is confirmation of that maybe it's a sign for you that you should be thinking more long term about stepping away. Okay, it doesn't have to be permanent, just temporary. Just test the waters. If you're not sure about whether or not you're doing the right thing by stepping away from someone, test the waters. Take a step back, give yourself a few weeks, see how you feel. If you feel like nothing's changed and you're anxious, then maybe cutting this person off isn't the right thing to do. But if you're feeling more peaceful, more relaxed, more vibrant, happier, healthier, then I would take that as a sign. My nose is really itchy, so somebody's not happy. Someone's irritated by something, okay? We'll see if that comes out. But if you're feeling like really good, although you to start off with, you're going to have a little bit of guilt, but as time goes on, you're going to start realizing that you're more happy, you're more peaceful, and as you continue to disconnect from this person, you're going to realize that this person was just draining you and pulling on your energy, and yet you've done the right thing, okay? And it will get easier, because you'll get to a point where your peace is so important to you, because life isn't meant to be lived stressfully. Our relationships are not with others are not meant to be stressful, okay? They are meant to be peaceful. That's the sign of a healthy relationship, okay? So if you're cutting, and this doesn't have to be a person specifically, this could be some sort of negative thinking within yourself, something that you've healed within yourself, some sort of addiction or something that you've cut out. It could be something to do with food or drink. If your life and your relationships are improving because of cutting that thing out, then you've done the right thing, okay? Let's get some more clarification. If you're feeling more peaceful, and that's why I'm saying I feel like you're doing the right thing, because this energy just feels so relaxed and so peaceful. It's just giving me sitting on a beach or in a park vibes and just chilling out with a good book, okay? So this could be a sign for you that if it's not a person or a situation that you need to cut out, that it could just be that you need to just focus more on yourself a bit more, and take some time for yourself. you know, chill out on the beach, or if that's not your thing, a park or something, wherever it is, even at home on the sofa, just chill out with a good book, relax. And if that is what you've been doing, well, it's paying off, okay? Let's get some more clarification. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Something that you've been manifesting or wishing on for some time, and again, this could be with regards to your childhood, is coming into alignment. It is manifesting, okay? But it may not be manifesting in the way you expected it to, okay? Queen of Pentacles. And it's manifesting as a result of you disconnecting and from those things, whatever it is that's no longer serving you, okay? Queen of Pentacles. Can you see how she's just kind of chilling out? She's not overly focused on her money and her stability. She's content. She's stable. She's secure. She's not looking at her money. She's not got a direct focus on her money and her finances. She's closing her eyes. She's tapping into her that was a cross between intuition and intuitive wisdom, okay? Which is effectively the same thing. She's going within. She's just calm because her stability is within, not without. So she's not focused on what's outside of her. She's not getting distracted by what's around her. She's focused on what's within her. She's going within, and that's by focusing on what's within you and what's being reflected within you. That's how you're going to create that stability, okay? And then as a result of that, abundance will flow. Because when you're in a spiritual state, a healthy state, your mind, your body, you're just aligned on all levels, and you've got that sense of peace and tranquility, everything on the physical is you're going to find that the things that you need, Spirit will provide. They're all inside you. You just have to come into alignment and keep that peace and stability within you for those things to manifest, okay? I feel like things, people, places, situations are going to try coming in to distract you because things are manifesting for you. Yeah, your perspective, your mindset, your belief system around your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others is changing. You're releasing that need or that obligation where, because somebody is like a family member or a friend, or you know, you're releasing that you owe them something. You don't owe them anything, okay? You're releasing that. You're not allowing things outside of you to distract you. You're opening up to a new perspective, or you already have, depending on where you're at. You're seeing things differently. And as a result, you've been able to change things around, and yeah, you've freed yourself. You've freed yourself from a belief system that not so much that others need to be a certain way, but that you have to be a certain way. You've freed yourself from a mindset, a belief system that was implanted within you as a child, that you have to be, say, do things a certain way, and you have to allow people to walk all over you because they're family, because they're your friend, because they're your boss or your co-worker. You're releasing that mindset, and because of that, things are changing. It's bringing that peace within, and things outside of you can no longer distract you, because you know and you understand that everything you need is inside of you. And anything that you need to survive in the physical world is going to be manifested. Spirit will provide that in one form or another, as and when you need it. Everything that you need is given to you. And when you're in alignment and you're just going with the flow, those things flow much easier. On the bottom of the deck, we have temperance, balance. Balance. You're maintaining that, like, again, this is just confirmation. You're maintaining that balance of peace, which is bringing peace within you. The balance between the masculine and the physical, the masculine and the physical, the masculine and the feminine, and the balance between the spirit and the physical. You're bringing it into perfect synergy. And as a result of that, things are going to manifest for you. They're going to manifest very, very quickly. For people outside of you, they're going to manifest very, very quickly. But these are seeds that you have been planting and that you have been putting the work in for a while. Years for some of you, decades. But it's all aligning, okay? And I feel like there's a new cycle beginning within yourself, your self-love, and a new cycle within your relationships with others. And even if you're in a relationship and you're, it's just a new cycle, a deeper level of love and understanding. But there is someone that has been there for you, and they've seen a situation and they just love you so much, okay? Somebody really has your back. But again, if you're not in a relationship, this can just be how much you love, your love for self is really shining through. But this energy is absolutely beautiful, and it's making me feel quite emotional, okay? So you may have had a heart chakra upgrade lately, and as we upgrade, that old energy has to come out. And the heart chakra, it's the heart, isn't it? It's love, it's emotions. So you could be crying a lot, okay? You could also be finding that you've got some rage, like, coming up to the surface. That's okay, release it. Don't shame yourself for it, but make sure you're releasing it in a healthy way, okay? And that you're not projecting at others. But this is absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy. I kind of don't want to spoil it by pulling any more cards, because I do feel like there is something outside of you that's trying to get your attention, and I don't want to spoil this reading by bringing that in. So I might do that in another reading. We'll see if it comes through in another reading. So let's finish it off here with some affirmations, okay? Affirmations, if you don't know by now, are positive statements about how you want to be, how you want your life to be, and can help maintain that positive mindset. So let's get some affirmations to finish off on, because this is such a beautiful energy. I don't want to taint it. I don't want to focus on the outside distractions. They can just do one. They can just wait a cotton picking minute. Okay, let's get some affirmations, please, Spirit. I am a unique child of the universe, perfectly me, exactly as I am meant to be. Absolutely. You're really making peace with this. You're really making peace with you're not perfect, and that's okay. You're perfectly imperfect. You have a purpose. If you didn't, you wouldn't be here. You bring something to the table, and if people can't acknowledge and are not willing to acknowledge what you bring to the table, then you get up and you take your plate to another table, and spirit will set you up a new table. Okay, and that's what you're really understanding, and I feel that that's what's made it like whatever this personal situation is that you've let go of. I feel like that's kind of that knowing has really helped you to let go of the things that no longer serving you. Okay, because you know at the end of the day there's plenty of tables out there. Okay, you just got to find the one that's right for you. In my heart, I know that good things are coming my way. Absolutely, absolutely. Something is manifesting for you, something that you've been wishing for. Okay, just stay positive. That doesn't mean ignore the negative, but don't allow that to take over. All right, don't allow anything outside of you to distract you, and that could be your own intrusive thoughts. Okay, every day I am stronger, braver and wiser. I live and grow in harmony with the universe. Absolutely, you're in alignment with the universe, and as a result of that, good things, great things, amazing things are going to be manifesting for you. And I really feel like for some of you it's going to exceed your expectations. Okay, and what I mean by that is like you've been wishing and hoping for something to manifest, but it's not manifested because there's something better out there for you, and it's going to, I feel like you're going to be shocked by the universe and what they've got to offer you. Okay, I listen to the intuitive wisdoms of my own feelings. I am guided from within. Absolutely. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. Everything you need is within you. Stay balanced, stay aligned, and the universe will provide whatever it is that you need in the physical. Everything manifests from a spirit to a physical. Focus on what you want and not what you don't want. Okay? Because whether you're focusing on what you want or whether what you don't want, it's still going to manifest. Okay? So focus. There's a phrase, isn't there, like fake it till you make it, and to a degree that's absolutely correct. Okay, and so it might seem silly to others, your dreams and desires might seem silly to others, but you hold your ground, you hold your vision, because it's going to manifest. Okay, whatever it is that you are desiring, you can manifest it. You just have to believe that you're worthy of it. You will have to believe that, and you have to let go of the outcome, that if it doesn't manifest then it wasn't meant for you, but there'll be something better. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Namaste.